We need everybody to wake up. Your low vibrations make you susceptible to the deep state's mind control, MK Ultra. When you're confused and you don't know the way, and when you hate without really knowing why, you are being controlled, you are being fed the narrative, and you're eating it all up. July 7th of 2020, IET, or Inevitable ET, at Inevitable ET, reminds us in a tweet that this is the 10th and last week in the Q countdown. On the screen is a link to the Q Drop site for those new to the movement. QAnon is an underground information movement run by less than 10 people, most of whom are top white hats, USA military. Now, people in the Q movement, like us, are known variously as digital soldiers, keyboard warriors, and worldwide patriots. There are tens of millions of us strong worldwide, of all ages, races, and religions. One thing unites us: a strong desire for a peaceful, prosperous world. President Trump obviously has big plans for the next few weeks. Check out this tweet by The Dirty Truth. The Dirty Truth at Real Dirty on Parler. We are a nation of freedom with the right to assemble, and far too often it's just been shut down. At Mark Meadows and at Real Donald Trump is not in favor of shutting everything down.
Headquarters toward the end of this week, because we understand the campaign is going to head north to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where apparently there's going to be a rally. It's going to be outdoors, hand sanitizers. Everybody's going to get a mask and are encouraged to wear a mask, which is different than the Tulsa event, which we're looking at right there. Why do you think the campaign is now saying, hey, we think it's in your best interest to wear a mask at this outdoor rally?
Well, obviously, we're looking forward to being in the Granite State and back with the folks up in New Hampshire. And as we look at that, it's more a factor of precaution. And as we look at that, we're a nation of freedoms, and certainly we want to make sure that people are free to assemble. And yet, what we've seen is far too often we've said we're just going to shut everything down. I'm not in favor of that. The president's not in favor of that. And so, as we start to open up, if masks are appropriate. And you were right, the president's mentioned that he's willing to wear a mask if appropriate in tight quarters. I know a number of us have done the same, but it's all trying to make sure that we deal with this virus and make sure that the American people know that help is on the way. I want to stress a couple of things. When we had testing problems, this president acted. When we had problems with ventilators, this president acted. When we had problems with PPE, this president acted. And there's good news on the way. Whether it's therapeutics or a vaccine, help is on the way. We will be able to make sure that we deliver those by the end of the year.
Yep. So, Mark, go ahead. Can I just ask a follow-up? Thank you, Brian. Mark, you said that the New Hampshire event, you know, they're out of an abundance of caution and taking more precautions. You know, hindsight is always 2020. Should they have taken more precautions with the Tulsa event?
Well, listen, we have not seen major outbreaks with the Tulsa event. You know, a lot is there. When we start to look at that, there were a few that actually had contracted the coronavirus, but we want to make sure that other people feel safe, and so in doing so, we allow that freedom to take place, and certainly want to encourage that going forward.
Breaking hydroxychloroquine lowers COVID death rate, study finds. These scientists are coming all
Why are the press
out.
running medicine in the United States? This is not right.
Dr. Stephen Hatfill is a biomedical scientist who worked on Ebola and studies pandemic responses in medicine. He says there's an unwarranted campaign against hydroxychloroquine.
You think lives were lost because it wasn't used?
Yes, lives were lost.
Disguised so well that you've forgotten it.
The scientists, quote, Why are the press running medicine in the United States? This is not right. Yes, lives were lost. Check out this tweet by Janice Dean with sobering statistics about the virus deaths in NYC nursing homes. 71% more Americans have died in New York nursing homes than have died in the entire state of Florida, which not only has a larger population, but a population that skews older. To this point, NY's death rate has been 10 times larger than Florida's. Let that sink in and pray. And you can mark my words, there will be calls for investigations into the Democratic governors who forced COVID-19 patients into the nursing homes, causing thousands of deaths. These governors, at a minimum, should be charged with third-degree murder. And finally in this video, here's an interesting theory about Ghislaine Maxwell. It suggests that she may have been arrested at the same time as Epstein and has been a cooperating witness ever since. This brings us to a tweet from CJ Truth at CJ Truth. This is what I have thought about Ghislaine when she was arrested this past week. This has been going on for a while. All optics last week. Deep state panic. Enjoy the show. Why nobody should buy the Ghislaine Maxwell story. How can anyone believe she was living in New Hampshire and all of the U.S. intelligence agencies didn't know she was even there? Does anyone actually believe this? She used GMax as her new cell phone name. Gee, wonder who that is. She fooled the FBI? LOL. Now you see she was already a cooperating witness, probably going back months ago. The FBI had her wiretapped as many scared pedophiles and co-conspirators reached out and contacted her through her phone, email, and in person. You really think the FBI didn't already have her cooperating? They probably lent her the money to buy the New Hampshire ranch, but even if they didn't, they definitely had her whereabouts for at least 6 months. I'm willing to bet that she was already cooperating and wearing a wire for at least the last 6 months, if not more. Anyone who contacted her is already implicated while she was undercover. She will cut a deal while under the highest level of security, and the U.S. government is about to indict a multitude of co-conspirators. And I would bet Prince Andrew has been in touch with her, among others, while she was under surveillance. Some of the entertainment industrial Satanists are running scared and canceling themselves. We've seen this. I refuse to come back to acting or to play sports until Trump's gone. And since Maxwell's arrest, check out the TV shows that are canceled, including Oprah and Ellen. Finally, Bruno Barking often has interesting theories. Here is Bruno Barking tweeting about the new gold presidential playing cards that are available for purchase. We're going to look here at this thread that talks about it. At what stage in the game do you play the Trump card? He refers to Q Post 2936. When do you play the Trump card? At what stage of the game do you play the Trump card? 3rd of March 2019 at 12:52 p.m. Folks, what will the rest of week 10 bring? Stand by, world patriots. There's always plenty of action these days. And where we go one, we go all. Dark to light, love and light. I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. Never take what we say here to be 100% fact, 100% word, 100% truth. We do our best for you to get the crumbs Follow them. Do your own research. Dig deep. Come to your own conclusions. God bless. Share this video. Make sure you are subscribed. Ring the bell. And thank you for all of your support.